Yeah, what's your thoughts on the Mexican border opening up? What are you thinking it's going to do to the market?
Oh, I don't know what it'll. I mean, if you look at the board, it crashed. Fell out of bed one day and then kind of rebounded, and so I think there's a lot of stuff ahead of us yet to see how that affects. Whether Mexico can actually produce the cattle, to come across the border. They have been doing something with them for a year and a half, and so I think there was a lot of fear there, and then the emotions kind of came out of it, and we sold a lot of cattle this week that were right there where they've been all week. So I don't think I think time will have to tell what it's going to do, but there's still a couple of questions I have is, where were the cattle going for the last year and a half when the border was closed? And I don't think Mexico just swaps over and says, okay, they all go back to America now, through the border, knowing that at any minute America can just shut the border off and then they're back to trying to figure out what to do with their beef. So, I think it's kind of the whole concern, whenever you lose a customer, or whether it's, same thing with beef. If beef gets too high and they decide that they're going to start eating chicken, you never get them all the way back to eating as much beef as they were. And I think it's the same principle there, that if Mexico has to find different markets for their beef and stuff, they don't ever completely quit going to them other customers and some of that. And I'm no trade expert, but them are just, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I got some questions. What were they doing with their beef? And I can tell you that there's still a ton of confidence in the buyer side right now with the bred cows. The board rebounded good, so fundamentally I think we're still rolling right along here. Are we going to see a correction someday? Absolutely. I think it'll correct a little bit. How much? Nobody knows. So.
Right.